just like, haha. No.
All right.
Courtney, Deja, Kennedy, thank you so much for taking the time to meet with us. Coach, if you wouldn't mind opening up with a few comments about the game.
Yeah, just really happy to be advancing. They call it surviving in advance for a reason, and I think we survived that one in large part because of who's sitting right next to me. Found a way. Not sure it was the game that you all are going to want to press repeat and keep forever, but not sure that matters. We're just glad to be out of here with a win, and it's a big accomplishment that you guys should be prideful of. Winning in March is hard, so onwards.
Great. Thank you very much. We'll open up the floor for questions.
Question for anyone. Was that final play where DJ gets the ball and gets to the left wing, screens around Tiani, was that the intended play design?
That's exactly as we wanted it. We have a play call, but I can't tell you what that is. Yeah, we felt like it was a great execution. Toddy made the pass. Trust her there. We had a timeout. She knew that. We wanted Deja going left, and we wanted Tiani setting the screen so she could trail for the rebound. We would have really loved for them to foul us, and they did, so that was even better.
When Liz fouls out, kind of what's the energy on the sideline and what's going through your mind, Coach?
That one's for me, huh? Alyssa does a lot of everything for us, so especially because she can slide positionally. So if you're in your man, you can do multiple things, either aggressively on a switch or aggressive ball screen, and you can also play her in various spots in your zone. So she gives you lots of options. And so as much as they're all valuable, when you take her away, the versatility that provides. So we wanted to play a little bit more of our zone. Toddy's really good in our zone, and we were just so small. We couldn't do that. So for me, I felt like it took away our versatility defensively, which I thought we really needed. And so fortunately, the guys that came in stepped up and did what they needed to do.
Question for the players. How important was Tiani stepping up down the stretch when Alyssa fouled out? Obviously?
Oh, my gosh. Tiani Key. That's all I can say. She stepped up huge. When her name was called, she was ready to do whatever we needed her to do on the floor. She came in, rebounded. She got a post-up, made 2 huge free throws, set great screens. And, I think she just played her role really, really well tonight.
So much growth for her, in this big moment. It's March, a lot of things can happen, but she really stepped up and came off the bench, but she gave a lot of good minutes. So I'm very proud of her. I think we all are. So very excited to see where she, brings.
Yeah, Jacob Bench from the Associated Press for Deja. Can you just maybe walk me through that play that you were just talking about a minute ago? Maybe what did you see? Can you just maybe unwrap it and unpack it for us?
Yeah, we knew that, like I said, I wanted to go left. I knew I wanted to go left. And I was really just thinking get to the rim. I knew that I would either get a layup or get to the free throw line, which is my comfort zone. But, I knew if they gave me the pull-up, I would have taken it. But that wasn't really falling for me the second half, so I knew in my head I was just like, get to the rim, get what they take what they give you. And when it went in, I was like, at first I thought they called a charge, and I was going to be really upset. But no, it went in, and we got the foul, and I made the free throw. So there was a lot of emotions in that one play.
And then for Kennedy, just how would you describe maybe St. John's energy and effort in the first half compared to the second half? Maybe what changes did you notice that they made that forced you and your teammates ultimately to adjust and hold them off down the stretch and go all the way to the buzzer? Just how did you notice St. John's, and how did you defend that?
Yeah, they had a lot of momentum. I think once they saw the ball go in, I think in the first half they weren't shooting as well, but I think what really hurt us is their offensive rebounds, some of our turnovers that transition to open buckets for them. But I think it was really just their momentum and seeing the ball go in for them made it hard for us to guard and contain and stuff. So, but we executed it really well and we won. So.
Gotcha. And then just last thing for me for Coach, just when you notice St. John's tenacity and motivation there in that fourth quarter, tying the game, putting your team there up against the wall, so to speak. Just maybe how much can you speak to your own team's strength and toughness there down the stretch to be able to go down to the wire, get that bucket that you guys needed, and then of course, like you said, survive in advance. Yeah,
it takes so much grit, right, to have an advance. You go up 8-0, I think the fans are happy and the coaches are not, because we know the switch, the way the game can be played throughout. They were really tough on the glass. Patterson went, and we knew she was dangerous, and like Toddy said, the basket started looking really big. And these guys they've just got enormous toughness. I mean, they really do. And we talk about grit all the time, and they showed it when we needed it. And I give our league a lot of credit. We've been in these tough contests night after night. You know, we've had so many close games, and so there's two options, right? You walk away or you walk into it. And these guys just thankfully keep choosing to walk into it. They showed some emotion, which I expect. But yeah, it's, you know, that's a player's game out there in the late in the game. I can make a few calls here and there, but these guys got to go make plays. So certainly glad they did that.
Deja, Sam Gore, ESPN. Just wanted to ask you, this team seems to be a very close-knit group. Could you kind of speak to the collective chemistry you guys have developed this year?
Yeah, I think our chemistry is something unlike any other team. I don't think you see that a lot. And we have it. We built it off the court, and that definitely shows on the court for us. We stay so connected. I think that showed in this game today when we easily could have broken apart and kind of just, you know, let them really take over, and we didn't. We were all our talk was we have to stay connected, stay together, and we all just want to play for each other. We all want to win so bad, so we all have like goals, and so really that gives us a little bit more to play for, and we love playing with each other. It's very exciting. We have great energy. We make it fun for each other. So yeah, I think our energy definitely carries.
And if I can extend on that, because I think it's a great question, is the competitiveness that comes with that, right? These guys are so competitive that they know they need each other, right? It's not like we make super psych pep bags and things like that. You know, they don't hold hands and sing kumbaya. They compete and know they need each other. And I think there's a great amount of respect for one another. They're different. They have their own little, look at these two. They have their own little things, right? But there's an enormous amount of respect they have for one another. And we talk about that as a team, as a coach, how important that is. And I think nights like tonight, it's just on full display. They can be competitive, but they know they need each other, and pays off.
And another question for Deja. I was talking to your mom after the game about the little, like, heart thing you do.
Yeah.
She said it kind of goes back to a childhood thing with you guys, like, blowing kisses to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Could you explain that a little bit more?
Yeah, I have a really close relationship with my mom. She was my coach as well. So, you know, every time I saw her, she was my coach, so we would always do that before games. But once she started watching from the stands, I look at each other, we either blow a kiss, or now we do a little heart. And so we form a heart before every game, and then we did it after as well. So it's kind of just a representation of how close we are.
And another question for either player. Just touch on Eva Hodgson, her leadership on the court. I saw, especially, she was getting really fired up in that second quarter there. What was she saying to you guys to just keep motivating you?
That's good for you.
Yeah, no, she was just telling us to, like, stay together. She was like, let's go, like, you know, let's put our foot on the gas and keep going, because we all need each other. And in that fourth quarter, when we were down, she definitely, like, held us all together in a huddle, and I thought that was really a seniority thing, you know, for her to do. Because we definitely needed that, and we leaned on each other, and we just told each other, like, we got our backs. And I thought that was, like, really a standout moment, you know, and for our team, you know, because I mean, we faced so much adversity throughout this whole season that I felt like we really needed this moment, and we definitely executed that really well. So
we had a handful of alums send in a video to our team, and we surprised them with it earlier today. And I sort of looked at Eva later on in the day and said, you know, next time that's going to be you, right? And so let's prolong it. And so yeah, she really cares about the tradition here and about keeping these guys together.
We've got a question from our Zoom setup. Mitchell, do you hear us all right? And if so, go ahead and ask your question.
Yeah, can y'all hear me?
We sure can.
Great. So for Coach, you know, Alyssa goes out there in the fourth quarter, I think about 6 minutes to play. You guys endure a scoring drought, I think, of about 3 or 4 minutes. How did her absence, I guess, kind of change things? Oh, I know you're not happy with that question. Sorry.
No, that's okay. I like you, so we're all right. You know, it's just adversity. You know, we were rattled. Clearly, we were rattled. Didn't have much of, when we were running our sets, we weren't running with great pace and assuredness. When we were playing with freedom, we were settling. So we were just a little rattled. And then when Alyssa fouls out, you know, she creates extra possessions for us. She's, you know what you're going to get. You can trust that. So it just added to our rattleness. It wasn't a game where we felt settled the whole time, so it just kind of added to that, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. Then I just had one for Deja. You know, watching from home here, you know, when the timeout is called, I kind of assume, having watched you guys all year, that you're getting the ball in that situation. And it seemed like St. John's assumed that too, the way they collapsed on you in the paint. How much, I guess, do you live for those kind of moments?
Yeah, I love those moments. I'm a competitor, so I'm just going to do whatever it takes to win. And with Coach putting the ball in my hands, just trying to make a play, you know, whether that was, you know, if they doubled, I was ready to make a pass, just anything like that, just trying to make a play down the stretch and reel my team to a win.
Because, you know, previously she made the pass to Tiani. She also made that pass. So, yeah, it was both.
T hit both free throws.
She did.
Tiani hit both
Tiani
free
Keek.
throws.
Thank you, Mitchell. You have go ahead.
Question for anybody. Is there some sort of like motivation in feeling underseeded at all that's fueling you guys?
Felt like
Yes.
You speak for yourself. I felt like I was worried we were proving them right with how we played part of that game. What do you got?
Yeah, you know, in a way, it's just another time that we have to prove ourselves. You know, it's the second year in a row that we felt, you know, underseeded, but at the same time, we have to prove ourselves each game, and we definitely had to do it tonight with how down to the wire that game went. But you know, it definitely puts a little bit of a chip on our shoulder, but we just got to keep proving ourselves each night.
And yeah, a question, kind of a follow-up for Kennedy, if you want to touch on this. You guys are preparing to play Ohio State. Should be a pretty similar environment to at Arizona last year. How are you using that experience to inform your preparation for this next game?
To silence them. I mean, I think last year we did exactly that. And I think Coach Walt is the perfect guy for this game, you know. Last year was build the wall, so he'll probably have something new, but we're just going to keep going, and we're not going to let up, honestly. I mean, home court, so.
Anything else? Courtney, Kennedy, Deja, congratulations,
Thank
and we'll
you.
see you on Monday.
I appreciate
Thanks,
you.
guys.